Alright guys, I'm Rock.
I'm Ryan.
And?
We are the Cloud Chasers.
Yes sir, we are. What are we here to do today, Ryan?
We are here to review the Baby Beast tank.
Okay, let's redo this.
Alright. We're already a minute in. We have to redo it. Should we start it?
Don't worry, edit and post. Alright, let's go.
This thing's going to be like 12 seconds.
Who cares? Let's go.
Alright, so it's got the 510 threads, and we're reading this off of their site where they have it listed, all the details about this tank. Then we'll go into our personal opinions with them. Please do not take these opinions as facts. They're just opinions.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Don't
Disclaimer.
get all pissy in the comments. Alright,
Comment section. Chill.
This is the 2 milliliter tank.
You might want to move your finger. That one. This, yeah. There you go. There you go. Yeah.
2 milliliter tank. It's 22 millimeters in diameter. Has the adjustable airflow. Right there, you twist that and adjust it. It's a top filling tank. Like so. Removable drip tip. Yours does not seem to be because it's stuck. But the little black piece comes off. And what else? What else? Like I said, 510 threads. That's pretty much every vape is 510. Multiple coil options. We'll go into that in a little bit.
Yep.
The RBA coil available. That's a waste of time. And it weighs 47 grams. It's kind of heavy. Okay, so this is the V8 Baby Beast right here. Why don't you do pros? I'll do cons.
Pros, I mean, if you ever shatter the glass is only about $2 to buy.
Easily available. You can find it anywhere.
Yeah, you can find it anywhere. Some places, they don't really keep a lot of stock of glass because no one really breaks them. So you might have to go to like 1, maybe 2 different stores. But most of the time, people will have them. I think, is there an 8 milligram?
Yes, you can get...
I thought so.
What comes on the...
Is that for Baby Beast or is that for only other...
They make them for all of these. It's called, what we know them as here, they're called different things all over the place. We call them bubble glass. And what it'll do is the glass will actually expand out and then it'll hold more juice. That's a good option. These things are easy to customize. They have different ones that come out where they have lights, a light strip going down through the bottom here, so that way your juice can glow and stuff. But
yep,
yeah.
And they also have like different tank colors, as you can see. The top up here is red, and the bottom down here is rainbow. I had a rainbow tank and the original tank, which was red, and I don't know why I just decided to put the rainbow and the red tank together. I mean, it's not, it's whatever. And my tank's kind of beat up, as you can see. Got some paint coming off there. Okay, can you not?
Normal wear and tear.
Yeah, normal wear and tear. I mean, if you drop it, you drop it. I've only had the tank break on me once, like the actual glass. But besides that, coils,
they're easy to get.
They're about almost like $5.50 a piece, almost. I might be wrong about that. But I know that for 25 or not for a 5-pack, it's about $25, $26.
One more thing to touch on that glass thing is that in the case that you get this with, it comes with a couple of rubber, like a band that goes around and
Sealing bands.
Well, actually, the bands right here that go right here that I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
They're to protect your glass, so if you drop it, it'll just
right.
bounce off.
Yeah,
and
that type of band.
And it also comes with all the seals and stuff to basically rebuild it.
In the packaging, it comes with what is it? It's a single coil. It has a single coil in the center, and then
primary coil. But you can upgrade them. There's even I've seen the actual coils themselves with 6 primary airflows, which is the inside. So there's 3 inside there. I've seen them. They're easy to customize. There's all the parts online and such like that.
But
anything else for pros?
Well, pros is it comes with an extra glass in the packaging. It also comes with an extra the little rubber piece up here. I've had problems with this rubber piece as well. So actually, this rubber piece, it comes with a separate one, and it's easy to take out, but it's really hard to put it back in. But it comes with an extra coil, and that's pretty much it.
Well, there's one more thing for pros, and it is easily the biggest pro. Pricing, dirt cheap compared to a lot of tanks. It's as low as online. I've seen them on there for $12 to $15. At stores, they'll be $25, which really, yeah, stores are crazy overpriced, but really $25 compared to a $50 tank. I mean, it's not bad.
We'll go into that tank later.
Yeah.
There are a lot of pros about that tank that I will
Yes.
talk about.
So that is the Valerian, but like you said, we'll go to that later.
Yeah.
Okay, so cons for this thing. There are a lot of design flaws that I just really don't like, and
I'll hold it.
we'll start with that white rubber piece on top. We'll start from the top and move to the bottom. One more pro, just because I thought of it. You can remove these, put custom ones on there. Awesome. Con. These things, they go out all the time. There's no locking mechanism for this to stay shut. And so it'll just sit there and flop around if your seal starts to wear out, so it won't lock in at all. Unlike many other newer tanks, they put an actual lock on it. So you push a lock and it pops open. And so that is a big con about it. Another one is since, you want to open that back up? Thank you. Since it's got only one little air thing in there, it's hard for me to do. One little thing to put it in. It should have another one down here, because if you don't have that, whenever you use the actual droppers from like the naked bottles of juice and such, unlike these where it has the actual tip for it, when you put it in there, when you put it in, it creates air tension from there, because air needs to go out at the same time as liquid's going in, so it just spills out everywhere, and it's a huge mess. And it's terrible.
as you can tell, there's a
lot of play.
There's a lot of built up residue right in here. I don't know if you can really see that. Is there any in there? Yeah, there is.
Oh yeah.
It's just right down there at the bottom.
And so it just leaks.
Yeah.
These tanks have a problem with leaking.
Well, I've never really had a problem with actual tank leakage.
I have, okay, we'll start at the top, we'll go to the bottom. I'll explain where I've had problems. Because just because it happens for one person doesn't mean it's going to happen for all of them. Basically, what's good about a product is when there's consistency. When there's no consistency, it's total hit or miss.
Yeah.
And that's a big problem that SMOK has in all of their products. I personally am not a fan of SMOK products. I've made mistakes by buying that in the past, not being educated about this stuff. And I would not go SMOK again. But sticking with this tank, coils are pretty easy to remove. They get stuck a lot of times because it'll heat up and it'll expand the metal a little bit, and then it'll just get stuck, so that's a pain. Usually you want to use pliers.
Coils are really hard. I have to consistently use these pliers right here to take off the coil. And I've actually broken my glass.
Yes, I've done that too.
By trying to take off the base.
That was something that I had to do actually, is that these got stuck together. I couldn't take the tank apart, so I ended up just shattering the glass with a little screwdriver and having to get in there with pliers. So it's all consistency. Like, that's the biggest thing that this company is missing, is consistency.
Well, one thing about that's not consistent is their coils.
Yes, their coils, some work for a long time. A lot of times they don't.
It really also depends on how you, the user,
it's a lot of
operates
user
your
error.
coils.
Yeah.
So if you hit it a lot like I do, you'll be burning through coils within less than a month, which is what I was doing. But if you rarely use it, your coil may last up to a week, maybe even 2, if you're lucky. But it also depends on what coil you get.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Caught it. Sorry, like I said, that thing wasn't locking. I just didn't want it to spill. This thing wasn't locking.
That is locked.
That is? I don't know. I just don't like that tank.
I know, neither do I.
So
that's why I got a new tank.
Moving down.
But
unless you have anything to say.
for the coils, there's what I call a quad coil. It has 4, as you can probably see in there. There's 3 right in there. And so basically, I don't really know what to call that, but quad, there's like 4 of them. And so
jets. That's what they are. 3 jets, quad jet.
Oh, they're jets? Okay.
That's what it is. I couldn't think of that. I was running through my head all last night. What do you call those? So this, how many is this? Is this a tri-jet?
Yeah, this is tri-jet.
Okay, so it's got 3 little jets in it, and it's got 3 wound bands, primary jets, whatever.
Primary coil bands.
Yeah, coil bands, that's it.
And so
go ahead.
But the ohms on this is 0.2, and on a quad it's like 0.15. And the best watt for it is like 70 and 90, unlike a quad coil, which is like 60, 80.
Yeah.
And I like the quad coils because, 60 is not that harsh, 80 isn't really either, but it gives you a good sufficient amount. That's loud. That's really loud. But it gives you a good sufficient amount of cloud and juice. Flavor's not that bad. You can taste it pretty well. I don't really have anything else to say.
All right, moving down. We were at the coil. Let's move down to the base of the tank. One thing that's good about this is
I'll keep holding it.
Fantastic. One thing that's great about this is that it is super easy to clean. You take it apart, you clean it, the base comes off from the coil, and you can just take everything but the coil and clean it. It's fantastic. It really is. You could literally just put this in the dishwasher and it would clean it great.
I wouldn't want to try that though.
You could.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying you're right. I wouldn't, but you could. But you could.
Okay.
It's just super easy to clean. Now, moving down to the back and hold. I don't know why I just grabbed it from you. The adjustable airflow, right up there. Basically, this part, you can twist it. I don't know why you would want to adjust it. I've never met anybody that likes adjusting it to where it's partially closed. It's always just people just leave it flat open. Why?
My computer's not touchscreen. Thank you very much. Anyways, so as he was saying right here, you can adjust the airflow like that.
And then down to the 510. This is the last part that I want to talk about on this tank because it's actually pretty decent. You've got your regular 510 threadings. The bottom is all metal. There's nothing that's plasticky really on this. You've got this little pin that's deep inside of here. And you're holding my hand for it, Corey.
I just had to do it. I'm sorry.
You didn't have to. That's pretty gay. So right here, you've got this little pin. And it can, if I can pop it out and show you.
Mud.
So we've got prime that.
Prime it.
So right here, you've got this little tiny pin right there. And what'll happen is that goes down inside there. And you can see how it's sitting flat up against there, pretty much flush. You stick your finger up under it. You can pick it up higher. And then you screw it down. It's adjustable so that you make sure that it makes connection with the inside of the 510. See how it's sticking out a lot more? Push it in. It's just something that's pretty handy. A lot of people don't know that about these tanks. That's pretty much what I got to say about the Baby Beast. You have anything to add on?
If you're ever taking off your coil, if you're replacing your coil, take the entire tank off the mod first.
Yeah.
And then after that, you're going to want to try and remove the coil from the stem at the top, and to where the coil is only adjusted or attached to the base. It's just so much easier. And plus, if you have juice in there, you can just flip it upside down, and none of your juice will come out as long as you're
below the line,
below the stem line. So we know no juice comes out. That's what I like to do, so I don't waste any juice. And if you know that your coil is burned, do not fill your tank. Because then you're just going to have to keep on sucking on a burned coil until you get underneath that stem line. And then, I mean, it's just, why waste that juice whenever you can use it on a brand new coil?
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely remove it from the stem first. In the base, it's going to be hard. But trust me, it's so much more beneficial once you do. Because then you're going to be able to grab this, because if it's connected to the stem, you're going to have to remove the glass because it's so hard to grip it with the sticky substances of the juice and stuff like that. And if you have juice in there, taking the tank off, like the glass, it's just not even going to be beneficial. Besides that, I don't really have anything else.
So I would say in conclusion, if you are looking to if you're just a person who's trying to get off smoking and you're trying to upgrade a bit from, say, a pen, but you don't want to go with something as big as something like this. This one isn't even huge. I mean, this is a pretty good product by SMOK, but we'll go into that later.
Yeah, the mod.
If you don't want something that big, then I would go with your typical V8 stick, and it'll come with one of these. These are actually, for the price, being that they're online, I would probably shop online for pretty much anything vape. Then it's worth getting.
I don't really trust that though. I think packaged goods are better in stores.
Opinion. That's fine.
Opinionated. That's okay.
So up to you if you want to buy it in shop because you want it right then and you want to know what you're getting right there. Get this. Go ahead. I mean, I'm not gonna. On my recommendation, I would recommend this tank to a beginner person. If you don't know a whole lot and don't really care to know about the workings of it or how you want to upgrade it and stuff, I mean, as a base tank, I mean, you're just leaving it like this. It's decent, you know.
Yeah, it's not
blows
bad.
Good clouds. Let's blow a couple clouds on it real quick.
Yeah,
done that yet?
Yeah.
probably what people are waiting to see. Sorry that we waited 16 minutes in to see that. So simply just screws onto your 510.
Like that. Make sure it's secured. And
Double check for what atomizer you want. And then we're going to hit it this at 55 watts. This is rated for 40 to 130. We'll try with 55.
not a good idea. You're gonna burn. It didn't burn. This coil is kind of already burned, so I bought a new tank, so I didn't feel the need to buy another coil.
Let me do one big cloud. I'm going to prime it. And now it's going to come barely off. Okay, so I'm about a couple inches out of view.
Come here.
So yeah, I mean, it blows really good clouds for what it is. That's only at 55 watts.
And recommended is 70 to 90.
Yeah, that's the zeroed in section that you really want to hit it with.
I was priming.
Oh, okay, I was really confused. I was like, man, more problems.
Yeah, it blows pretty decent clouds, I will say.
Yeah, I would say this is a great beginner tank. If you just want to have something that you can vape on, keep a couple extra coils on hand just in case you need to replace them real quick on the go. Good beginner tank. No serious problems with this.
This tank actually got me to stop smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
So this is definitely. I mean,
It delivers great flavor too. Forgot to point that out. Great flavor.
Flavor is actually pretty decent whenever it comes to Baby B's tank.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what I gotta say about the Baby Beast. I mean, in conclusion, I would recommend it, but it's not perfect.
And this tank came with my SMOK Pro Color. I know that's backwards, but it's a SMOK Pro Color 225 watt.
Do y'all say SMOK or smoke? I've always said SMOK.
It's SMOK because there's no E.
No E. That's what I thought. But I hear a lot of people call it smoke, and I'm like,
No,
cringy.
they're.
Easy now. A lot of famous YouTubers say smoke.
Do they really?
IndoorSmokers at Zophie or whatever. Zophie Vapes.
Oh my
They all
gosh.
say smoke. I watched some of her videos last night. IndoorSmokers, if you can give me a shout out. I'm your #1 fan.
Oh my gosh.
That
Okay.
guy's a G.
Is he? Okay.
You should watch his videos. They're good. You should watch his videos. Look up IndoorSmokers.
After you watch our videos. But so yeah, I don't really have that many problems with this tank except for the only two issues that I came up with were lack of juice because I couldn't always make it to the vape store, and then coils.
And they are pretty efficient on juice. They don't run
Yeah.
out crazy quick.
Unless if you vape a lot like I do.
I'm just talking about in general. Like taking big hits, it doesn't drain the tank real quick. It's like
doesn't
gas
do that.
mileage. It does not drain out real quick. It's not like a semi. It's
30 miles per gallon.
about, I don't know, 40 vapes a tank. No.
This is like a Prius of tanks.
No, it's not a Prius. It's your typical mom car of tanks. Get your kids to soccer practice on time, but it's not the sportiest looking. About sums it up. All right, so thanks for liking. Sure. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Give me a shout out if you want. Just hit us up.
Yeah. See you later.
I missed it.